Hi all, welcome to this video. So in this video we are going to see a specific use case as to how to host Spring REST application on Microsoft Azure platform. So to do this we need few ingredients. So one is we need to depend on Spring framework in order to develop Spring REST applications that will ultimately expose our REST endpoints. The second thing is Azure portal, and Azure is required to create resources on Microsoft Azure cloud platform. The third thing is, specifically speaking, we need to create an Azure virtual machine which is based on an image Ubuntu 18.04. The fourth thing which we want is an utility to transfer local files to Azure virtual machines, and in this video we'll be using FileZilla utility. Then we'll be using PuTTY to SSH into our Azure virtual machine in order to run some commands. And finally we'll be using Postman to access our REST endpoints. So looking at Spring REST application, so to keep it simple, we just have a single resource, product resource, and we'll be focusing on the get HTTP method. And we have two endpoints. So one is to access all the products. The other endpoint is to access a particular product with a specific product ID. So the second endpoint will be served with a path variable. Now I have shared this project in GitHub, and this could be accessed from this particular URL. It is also available in the description. So now to just give a view of the project, let me open the project in my Eclipse, which is already open. So here I have my Java project. So please note that this Java project was generated by Swagger CodeGen, which was based on a Swagger API. And there were some modifications done in order to make this a full-blown REST application. So now we'll just focus on product API controller, which is serving our endpoints, right? So product get will return the list of products, and product ID get will return a product for a specific product ID. So what you can do is you can import this particular Java project into your Eclipse, and after doing that, Maven will basically import all the Maven dependencies which is required for this project. And after which you need to run some Maven goals, and I'll be showing that here. So clean install, then you can skip the test, right? And let's run this Maven goal. It shouldn't take much time. So it has created the jar file for us. So it's present in this particular directory. So this is a jar file which is going to be moved to our Azure virtual machine, right? Let's go back to the presentation. So now what we are going to do is we are going to access Azure portal, and then we need to create a virtual machine resource, and we are going to use Ubuntu 18.04. After which what we are going to do is we are going to set the DNS name for this particular VM so that we can access via the host name instead of directly accessing the IP. And we are also going to enable some ports which are accessible for this particular virtual machine, right? So we are going to use PuTTY to SSH into it. So we are going to enable SSH port, and then since you are going to access the REST endpoints, we are going to enable these ports as well. So let me open up the Azure portal. So here what we can do is we can go to create a resource, and after that, or the other way is here you can see in Azure services, we can either go this route or even go virtual machine, and we can create a virtual machine. So currently I have the subscription, and we can create a resource group. For now, I have just created product tech resource group. Virtual machine name, you can give any name, demo VM, and you can give some region. And let's say you base the image on Ubuntu server 18.04, right? Rest of the things you can keep it as it is. And the other thing to note is let's provide a username for that, right? So we'll keep our authentication type as password. So let's create a username. For now, let me just create protect and some password. So I have created the password, and now, as mentioned before, we are going to enable some ports, right? So SSH and HTTP and HTTP, right? So now what we are telling is, we are telling the Azure to review and create this VM. Okay. So in order to save some time, what I'm going to do is, so this is how it will look like. This is basically reviewed our configuration. The next step is just to go ahead and create the virtual machine. So in order to keep things short, I've already created a virtual machine. I'll just go ahead. So once the virtual machine is created, so you will basically get a portal which will look something like this, right? So now this particular virtual machine has got assigned some IP address, right? So this is the IP address using which you're going to access this VM. Then, as I mentioned, we're going to set some DNS name. So it's simple and straightforward to create a DNS name for your VM. So just click this, and then you can actually create the DNS name. You can provide some DNS name here, and it'll get assigned to your VM. I just gave this, so you could give something similar or different. Now let's go back to our VM. So we just need to note that this is the IP address. The reason we need to note this IP address is basically for using it in the next step to transfer some files. So I have copied this IP address, and I also know the username and password. And you can also note the other configurations for this VM, right? So let's go back to the presentation. So now we are going to use FileZilla utility to transfer the jar file, right? So here I am. So here I have my jar file, right, which has got built. So now what also I'm going to do is, this is the IP and the port number is 22, and I've already filled in username and password. I'm going to access this VM. Okay. So now it is actually connected to the VM, and let's do something. Let's go to /temp directory. There is already a jar file, but let's copy and move this jar file. Okay. So you can see that the jar file is getting transferred from our local machine to Azure VM via the FileZilla application. Right. Now let's go back to our presentation. So now what we are going to do is, we are going to use PuTTY to basically do SSH into our VM, and we need to run some set of commands, right? So sudo is basically, we are going to the root access, then we are going to create a folder, and from temp directory we are going to copy to our API directory, and then in order to ensure that we have the Java runtime environment in the VM, we are going to install it. Then the final command is to basically run our Spring application in the background, and we can also provide the port, specific port, right? So let's open up PuTTY. So for now, let me close this. Let me restart. Let me create a new session. So I have already saved a session in PuTTY. So this is the IP address and this is the port number. So let me just open this. Okay. So now we are within our Azure virtual machine. So I have already created a folder, API folder. So as I mentioned in the presentation, we are going to copy the Swagger file from the temp directory to our current directory. So first let's see whether it contains Swagger. Yes, it contains, right? So now let's copy from the temp directory to our current folder. So now the Swagger file is present, right? Now after this, we have to basically install the Java runtime environment. So for that, we can run apt install default GI, right? So now it says, do you want to continue? Yes, I want to install the required packages for running Java on my system. So this is basically downloading all the packages and the dependencies required for JRE. So it is currently setting it up. Let's wait for a while. Okay, so now it has installed Java on our Azure VM. Now what we are going to do is, now we are going to run our Java application in the background, right? So for that we are going to run this command. So let's see, our Java application is there. So no hub Java -jar, and we are going to provide our server port as 80, and then we are going to pass this jar file, and we are going to pass one more argument ampersand to run this Spring application in the background. So now the output of the Java running application is captured in this file. So let me open that and show what is getting. Okay, so right now you can see that it has started this application. It took around 8 seconds, right? So let me go to the presentation. Now let us go to the Postman, and we can access these endpoints and see whether our REST points are working fine or not. So before that, I'll just share that I'm already running this the same Spring application in my local machine as well. So let me open Postman. So I've just created a collection, Spring REST in Azure. This also I'll be sharing in the my GitHub repository. So first, let us go to the first endpoint, get all products, right? So my localhost machine on the port 8111 is hosting this application. So let me run this. So it is retrieving all the list of products. Now let me go to the second endpoint. So here I'm just accessing a specific product ID, right? So this is my until here is my server context path, and then I have my endpoint, right? So here I'm trying to access a specific product ID. So let me modify it to something like okay, 259. Right. Okay. So now that we have seen our local application, now we need to replace localhost to the VM, right? So we are going to point to VM, and please note that it's actually running on 8080, right? And we need to replace the localhost with the VM host name. So let us copy that. Let me go to Postman. So within Postman, let me put the host name. Let us try to access this URL. Right? So now we are directly accessing the Azure VM, and specifically speaking, the REST endpoint which is hosted in the Azure VM. Okay, it says the request has timed out. Let me just remove this port number. Let me see. Let me run this again. Okay, let me remove this. Okay, so now I have received the response for my REST endpoint request. So what we noted is, so first of all, we know that HTTPS basically runs on 443. So we have not enabled SSL for our application, first of all, and we don't need to provide the port number, right? So I just appended the DNS name here for the host. Then now I'm able to access the REST endpoints, right? So the second thing is we can access a particular product. So let's say I'm hitting this. Yes, I'm basically getting the response from Azure VM, and now we have basically hosted the Spring REST application onto Azure VM, and we are able to access the REST endpoints, right, using Postman. So that brings to the end of this video. So if you like this video, please like and comment below. Please give your feedback for this video, and share with your friends or colleagues, and if you're interested, please subscribe to my channel so that it motivates me to create some more videos in similar streams. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your patience until now. Bye bye.